This is
Go.
Shahan Razak from the University of Miami, representing American college cricket, here with the CEO of USACA, Mr. Don Lockerlibe. Nice to have you here. Thank you.
Wonderful to have you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for taking this time to be with us. We just wanted to ask you a few questions regarding the growth of cricket in the United States. The American College Cricket Championships have been held now for the past 2 years, and they've grown very much so from the first year from 5 teams to the second year with 20 teams, and now we have this big international game, the first international game on U.S. soil. Where do you see the future of cricket in America at this point?
Well, this is a great day for American cricket, and we certainly believe that the 15 million fans that are in the United States, with 200,000 recreational players that play on a given weekend, and 30,000 good members of USA Cricket, we're on the rise. We have over 1,000 cricket clubs in the United States and some 48 or 50 leagues, and the growth of the American college game is very, very important to our overall plan. We want to see growth at the youth level, the high school level, and of course the collegiate level. And USA Cricket will be putting together some initiatives to work with all of our stakeholders and partners to continue the growth, and we want to see the growth of the collegiate game get very serious and continue to grow like it has.
We can see a very vast difference between the games played with, on the first class basis with USA and Jamaica to today's game, like the international game. What would it take, do you think, to promote this kind of professionalism and this kind of atmosphere in the field for the U.S. cricket?
We need stakeholder acceptance to help us with our goal of professionalizing cricket. We need to have a U.S. national team that has a compelling story. That compelling story should be that you can be a professional cricketer, that you can make a living in cricket, and that kids who are in the high school and collegiate level can know that there's a chance to go get a degree and become a professional cricketer at the same time. If we start seeing the high school and collegiate game also moving from leagues to actual intercollegiate play on level, so that the guys are playing every weekend and then making their way to the professional ranks, that's even better. That's what the baseball and the other sports in America have always had. They've had the level of youth, high school, and college to prepare the professional players. In cricket, we need to have that too.
What do you feel about the step that American college cricket is taking in this direction, having their championships and having such a vast amount of college teams? What do you feel about that step, that bold step that American college cricket is trying to take in that arena, getting the young players to get more excited about this game?
Well, certainly a great step, and what we're applauding is anybody who wants to make the game of cricket successful in the United States and give our players more opportunities to play. And the opportunity for collegiate athletes to work hard throughout the year, get themselves to a championship level, come to Florida and play in a collegiate championship is a success story in the growth that it's already had. And we applaud it. We applaud our stakeholders who are taking that objective, and what we want to do is embrace it and put them into the U.S. cricket family, work together, and create a long-term strategy to make this a success and a win-win for all in U.S. cricket.
So, we know you spoke about the initiatives that you may have that are in line with what's next for cricket in America. What would you say is the most bold and most needed initiative right now coming out of this great weekend? What step can be taken immediately to try and help U.S. cricket?
Well, the thing to do is to get the stakeholders and fans to embrace the fact that we're making a huge investment in the future of U.S. cricket. And what we want to see is people not be so married to, say, their ethnic heritage and say, oh, well, it's New Zealand and Sri Lanka, so I'm not going to go. What we need to do is embrace cricket, all forms, every form of cricket. Go see it, support it, spend money on it, and then allow that to help us embrace it so that we can help programs throughout the country and endorse the best events, and then show people that it's worth being on TV. To have ESPN covering this in 88 countries worldwide from the United States is historic. It's not just a matter that we had 2 full members play. We also televise this in 88 countries, and 100 million people have seen cricket today. But the problem is they're not showing the Jamaica-USA game, and that needed to be next. That's the next step that we have to do, and we need to have fans in the crowd and in the stadium to make sure it's just as interesting. And the U.S. national team is the team to cheer for too.
Speaking about the U.S. national team, we do see some very young players, some young talent coming up through the ranks from American college cricket, the likes of Adrian Gordon, Andy Muhammad, Aditya Mishra. I mean, it's very nice to see that the U.S. is embracing these younger players. Stephen Taylor, they're embracing these younger players to try and come to a second level, and I think would you say it's a very good step in the right direction, grooming the younger generation to take over?
Absolutely. What we tried to do this year, we started off last May in 2009 by creating the first ever high school All-American teams. We tapped 28 guys, 14 first All-Americans, 14 second All-Americans. We made it a fact that these boys could go home to their schools, and just like a high school swimmer who's an All-American knows he's getting a college scholarship, and a high school football player who's an All-American is likely not only getting a high school college football scholarship, he's probably going to be a pro someday. So we wanted to make it clear that if you're the 28 boys who are high school seniors or whatever, that you've got a chance now to move towards the national team. And then what we did is we looked for the 40 best senior players. And actually, when we say senior team, it included anybody at any age as long as you can make it. So the 40 best players in the United States have been named and calculated and looked for. And several of these players that you just named come through the collegiate ranks are definitely part of the 40 best players. And we're always going to continue to keep finding those 40 best players. And those are the guys that will be taken to training camps. So again, when they get a chance to play in a championship level tournament, like the season championships, that's what we want to see. We need to see guys playing at the best level, playing hard and well. And what we also want to see is continuing improvement in the players. So what we need to do is make sure that guys are getting as much cricket as they can.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lockerlibe. This is Shahan Razak from the University of Miami and American College Cricket, signing off from Central Broward Regional Park.